Okay, so now that we've learned how to make different symbols for each of these, for this shapefile, what I'm going to show you how to do is clip. Okay, we're going to choose a community district that's interesting to look at and then just focus on that one community district and make a nice map from that community district. Okay, so let's recall that we made a graduated symbol map based on these New York City facilities on the age or the year that the facility was open. The smaller dots represent agencies that were open between 2001 and 2008, and the larger dots represent facilities that were older. But it doesn't help us if we look at the entire map because it's just so messy. So we want to really focus in or zoom in on a particular area. Okay, so in order to do that, let's choose a community district to clip. So I turn that off, and you see it's blank. I'm going to turn back on the New York Census Tract shapefile and also the community district shapefile. Okay, and you can't see the community district shapefile because the New York Census Tract shapefile is on top of it. So let's turn it off. Let's zoom this to extent layer, and then let's open the attribute file and choose a community district that we're interested in. Say East Harlem. Okay, so we chose that. We just basically highlighted it. Okay, we hit close, and we see that East Harlem is here. All right, so now that we've chosen this, and by the way, you can choose this in a different way as well. But let's do it based on the attribute table for now. So again, what we did was we opened up the attribute table, we chose, and you can choose any one of these districts, but let's just choose it through the attribute table. So we clicked that, we highlighted that, close the attribute table, and you see that this has been selected. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna export this area here and make it its own. Make it its own shapefile. Okay, and use this as a clipping layer for the maps that we're going to make. So now that we've selected it, you can choose Save Selection As. Now you want to save as, browse to the folder that you saved that you created for your GIS files. Go to Okay, and then you want to save it into this folder here. In this case, it's called Marcus, and I'm going to say East Harlem and hit save. Hit OK. Hit OK. Great. So now you've created that. Now let's bring it back into the software. So you click, remember how to do that? We click Add Vector Layer, Browse, go back to the file, go to Marcus, East Harlem, okay, open, and there you go. So now we have a shapefile that just has East Harlem on there. Okay, so we're going to zoom in to this area, cancel, we're going to zoom in, hit the magnifying glass, we'll zoom into this area. We know this is East Harlem here. So we're going to use this now. Remember, we're going to use this as a clipping layer, and as you can see right now, we don't want to use the entire census tracts for New York City. We just want to use the census tracts that are within our community district. Okay, in this case, it's East Harlem. So we're going to clip. We're going to use this East Harlem shapefile that we just created and clip from the New York Census Tract shapefile. So to do that, we just go up to Vector Analysis Tools or Geoprocessing Tools, go to Clip. Okay. Now the input vector layer means the layer that you want to clip from. So we want to use the census tract file as the master file that we want to clip from, and the clip layer or the cookie cutter that we want to use is the East Harlem clip, right? And then the output shapefile, you want to save it. So you want to say, give it a name, say East East Harlem census tracts, okay? Hit save and you hit OK. Hit yes. Let's click that. Browse again.